on. No dog on the couch today. Okay.
Okay, why?
For the pod. Because it was distracting.
Oh.
Yeah. Good morning. Yeah.
Is that
it's
thing
recorded.
on?
Yeah. Hello? Is that thing on? You know what that's from?
Mm-mm.
Nah, I don't remember what it's from either. It's from some sort of movie.
He wants to come by me.
I know.
Hey, booby. You're naughty, though.
Yeah. This dog just got done pooping on the carpet. That was
Right in front
dope.
of us.
It's like, you know, in like, nah, that was going to be a little bit too graphic. But basically, he arched his back and he looked back at me while he was pooping.
It's called all dogs poop.
But he was looking at me. He's like, check this out, you stupid human. I'm pooping on the
We've
carpet.
been dealing with a lot of dog poop lately because we have senior citizen dogs.
Yeah, lots of dog poop on the carpet.
And
It's
it's
so annoying.
It's been a nightmare.
It's a lot, but it's the price that we pay for loving our animals.
That
Right?
are literally grandpas, both of
Yeah.
them.
I can't talk about that too much.
Okay.
So we're going to avoid that topic. We tried to go live earlier this week and it was a whole fiasco.
Yeah,
It was rough.
Yeah, it didn't go the way.
Yeah. It's because, to be honest with you, I completely just rushed it and I didn't know how to set everything up yet. I didn't know how to set up the dimensions on the screen, anything like that. So I learned it on the fly within like 20 minutes and then set it up. I think though that live shows are going to be, it's going to be it. Live shows are going to be it.
Maybe. We'll see.
You letting the dogs breathe?
Yeah, because I have this one is itching me for some reason.
Okay, if you got a glimpse of her toes, you owe me $5. My Venmo is Corrupt Clothing LLC with a K for corrupt.
Clothing.
CORRUPT Clothing, all together, caps LLC. Yeah, that was my old clothing line that I had way back in the day. That did actually pretty well. Yeah. So anyway, I've been doing this entrepreneur thing for a long time.
You have.
Now that I think about it, that's crazy. Sorry if I seem in a weird mood today. There's been a lot going on. It's part of the grandpa thing.
The grandpa
Dog thing. It's got me kind of bummed out. Making me feel some type of way. But we're going to fix that. We're going to fix it right now. So anyway, yeah, we went live and we're definitely going to do it more often. It's just going to take some practice. Like I'm going to have to practice that while you're not around. And
Yeah, you practice it and then you can let me know. And
yeah,
I looked like a homeless person.
that's what she thinks.
Video.
But I go live on a different YouTube channel literally every single day. Every single day I go live. And but this is just way different. Like setting up 2 camera angles, getting them connected so that they actually stream to the program. And then the microphones is no big deal because our mixer just plugs it in right away and we can read the audio from there. But the thing that's interesting is like the flow of it, right?
What do you mean?
Well, because I guess it's not that weird, but we have to like spitball off of each other right away. When I'm live on my other channel, there's a chat going.
Oh, yeah.
So like I can just like read the chat and answer questions or talk to people and stuff. But like for you and me, to be honest with you guys, this podcast that you're listening to right now is the only one that we've ever come to with a topic ready.
No, we've had a couple other, like we did the alcohol one. We had a topic. There's a couple other that have.
So there's a couple episodes that we have come to with a topic, but most times it's just like us, like, hey, it's the end of the week or the beginning of the week, Sunday, Monday. Let's just fire off on something. And yeah, so the live thing is weird because
I also think doing it in the morning's better too, because you were having me do it after a full day of work, full day of training. It was like 9:30 at night. It was, I don't think, an ideal time for my brain.
Yeah, that's probably true. And for some reason, my brain actually 2 times in the day, my brain is at like full capacity. And that's, you can probably attest to this based on my energy. But like in the morning, like right away. I'm super excited, super ready to go. That's why I do my live streams now at like 9:30. It's not quite when I wake up, but it's right after I get my online stuff done, or my computer stuff, and then at nighttime. So for me, it's completely different. Like I have all the energy before bed. I get the zoomies, and I want to start moving and talking and being crazy and annoying and fight with the kids and do all that stuff. So for me, podcasting at night is like a good thing. But
our kids do that also at bath time, specifically Izzy.
Yeah, she gets the zoomies right after bath.
During bath.
Really?
She literally will dance and look at herself in the reflection of the faucet while I'm giving her a bath.
Okay,
like a
that's
person.
just psychosis.
She's crazy.
That's crazy. So yesterday, we actually talked about this a little bit on a podcast, 2 days ago or 2 weeks ago? The DAD-BOD thing. Did I actually tell that story on the podcast? I can't remember.
What story?
About at the gym. At the gym.
I don't remember.
All right. So anyway, we want to talk about the DAD-BOD today. I saw on this dude CVC Wellness on Instagram made a thread that had a bunch of articles from like 2021, 2024. Most of them were from 2024 about the DAD-BOD coming back. This one says DAD-BODs are preferred by nearly 75% of singles, survey suggests. The next one says women love men with DAD-BODs like Travis Kelce. And there's a surprising scientific reason why. Is Travis Kelce, isn't that Taylor Swift's boyfriend who's a football player? Hey Siri, show me Travis Kelce.
I think it's his brother. What is the guy's name?
Here's Travis Kelce.
I think it's his brother.
This guy, yeah,
Let me see.
this guy, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, okay. What's the brother's name?
I have no idea. But they're talking about Travis Kelce.
Oh.
There's no shot Travis Kelce has a DAD-BOD. No shot.
I think
He's a football
I
player.
think it's
There's
the
no
brother.
way. No, but it says Travis Kelce. So anyway, the next one. Why do women like DAD-BODs? Here why I prefer them. The surprising appeal of men with DAD-BODs. The non-physical traits attributed to those bodies are the key. Return of the DAD-BOD. Survey finds people prefer a softer male body type. It's genetics. Women prefer male. You guys get it. There's so many articles on why women love the DAD-BOD. And then I just want to read a couple comments too, okay, that I screenshotted.
There's one comment in there from a female saying more propaganda to keep.
Yeah. Well, actually, our friend Lily commented.
she
She's
did
like the
write something.
first comment on it. And she said, this is delusional with like 100 smiley faces.
Yeah.
But this is the comment that stuck out the most to me. And this is genuinely why I think it's true. There was 2 comments. I'll tell you what the other comment is, but I'm not going to read that comment. This comment is, no, we just think you're less likely to cheat or leave with a complacent DAD-BOD. You can still be hot with a DAD-BOD. Is it preferred? Not for the right reasons. So what do you think about that comment first?
Read the first sentence again, because I read that comment.
Yeah. No, we just think you are less likely to cheat or leave with a complacent DAD-BOD.
Okay. So she's saying that men who have a DAD-BOD are less likely to cheat or leave.
Yeah.
I would disagree with that. I don't think that
Well,
has
okay,
anything to do with their bod.
Okay, let's take out personal stuff. I agree with her. I agree with the statement.
Okay,
I
so-
agree with the sentiment of the statement. It might not actually be true, but I agree with the thought process behind it.
Yeah, the thought process maybe. I don't think the reality is true at all, but I think that maybe that is why women supposedly prefer a fat dad, because they think that they'll stay and not cheat.
Yeah.
But I don't think the reality of that is true.
Yeah, there's a couple things.
I really don't.
I think that the reason why women don't like guys that are extremely fit, there's a couple things there. I think that women do find those guys more attractive. The guys that have a 6-pack and muscles and stuff like that. They obviously think that that's more attractive. What I think is the unattractive part is that it's a lot more scary to be with that guy because more women want him. He has more access to more women. A guy like that probably has more experience with women, But that's also the reason why I think that they're probably on average more faithful, especially if a dude has been fit for a longer period of time. I think that it's probably more likely that he's more faithful because he has more experience with women. He has more self-esteem built into him. So for example,
he's more dedicated.
Yeah.
He's has higher self-esteem. A guy with a dad bod,
he needs to cheat to get that validation
Right.
from somebody else. He needs to prove to himself that he can get women still. Like a dude, I'll just keep it G. Like me, I don't need to do that. I don't need to cheat on somebody. I don't need to go sleep with 100 chicks. That doesn't matter to me. So it's like, but a dude with a dad bod, it's completely different. They're like, oh my gosh, well, can I still get chicks? Can I still get women? You know, like,
and that's why I think the reality of that thought process is not true.
Yeah, but I will say this. The caveat there is that, and it's not so much a faithful thing. I think that dudes, when they do get in shape, like really good shape later on in life, like if they've never been in shape before, later on in life, I think that not necessarily that they're prone to cheating, but I think a lot of times they kind of feel themselves a little bit too much and they do try to go like on a tirade, basically.
Yeah, maybe.
But the dad bod thing is interesting to me because I think the other part of this is that dudes with dad bods usually have softer personalities and they're a lot easier to get along with. You know, because they are more complacent, they're more set in their ways type thing. They're not very they are very agreeable. They're more effeminate, right? So women can get along with them a little bit better. So it's less intimidating to women to talk to a dude with a dad bod because he doesn't have this over, you know, this.
He's going to be the nice guy.
He's going to be the nice guy. And he doesn't have, like, he will get stepped over. Like, he will let women step all over him. And he will agree with the woman no matter what because this is the hottest girl I ever got. I am not in shape myself. He probably doesn't make that much money or have aspirations to make that much money. So he's like, I need to do whatever I can to keep this girl. But what that does later on is it starts causing resentment towards the person that they get with. And even the woman too, I feel like it causes resentment. And that's where you see all the problems come. And dudes who are in shape are typically less agreeable. They're more dedicated. They're not going to just like compromise on every single thing that, you know, somebody else says, not just their woman, but like just people in life, right? They're less agreeable. They're not willing to compromise as much. And they might compromise on like the important things, but they're not willing to compromise on things such as their goals. And that's really intimidating for anyone, not just like a relationship, like not just like a woman to man relationship, but also like a friendship. Somebody who's not going to agree with everything and is going to kind of tell you the truth and not compromise because if it puts them at jeopardy, that's really hard to get along with.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think the dad bod thing is, or the dad bod philosophy is really messed up. I don't know. I don't understand it. But I am not somebody who would ever say, yeah, I like a dad bod. I'd literally never admit to that.
Yeah.
Never.
No. So there was another comment.
Even if you had a dad bod.
What? Well, I told you if you get fat, we're breaking up.
This isn't about me. It's about you.
I know. But I wouldn't do that either because here's the other thing. I am the person that thinks that when you're in love, when you're in a relationship, people are like, why do you have to be so fit? Who do you have to impress? My chick.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's the person that I have to impress. That's the
think-
person that I want to stay fit for. Not just because I want to be attractive to you, but also because I want to be able to defend our family.
Yeah.
What if an atomic bomb goes off? Or this is extreme. What if an atomic bomb goes off or there's people trying to like, there's like the purge or something, and I got to carry you three and run across town.
Yeah.
You know, I think about stuff like that.
I don't think it's about you impressing your partner. Why do you have to stay so fit for who do you have to impress? It's not about that. It's about showing like that you have like you care about yourself enough to make sure that you're in the best shape possible to take care of your family, and that you are dedicated to taking care of your family, and that you are dedicated to making money and working and, you know, doing what a man is supposed to do. I think that that's what being like a fit dad is.
Yeah.
Versus like impressing your wife, which I mean is a nice side byproduct or whatever. But I don't think that argument can even be used. Like somebody who's fat and wants to say that can't even say that because that's not what it's about.
Whether people would like to admit it or not, being in shape and not being in shape says a lot about your personality traits and a lot about just what you are willing to do in life in general. People who are in shape, I can trust more with a lot more things. I know that if I get into business with somebody that's in shape, or if I entrust somebody with, this is kind of a dumb example, but I'm going to give this guy $100. He's in shape. I know that he's dedicated to that. He probably is going to pay me back. Opposed to somebody who's like not in shape, I don't really trust to do as many things. Of course, if they're my best friend and stuff, there's all these caveats that we can get into. I find myself trying to justify answers a lot of time, like getting into the nitty gritty so people can't call it out, But like, I got to stop that because there's obvious caveats to this, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I know that if you are in shape, it says a lot more about your personality, that you're more trustworthy, you're more hardworking, you're more dedicated to things. You are willing to go to lengths to protect your family, provide for your family, things of that nature, than somebody who's out of shape. Because, dude, every person that I know that's in shape doesn't just stop work when work stops. But people that I know that aren't in shape, every single person stops working when work stops. And what I mean by that is not necessarily that they're working and like making money, but the out of shape people go home and they watch Netflix and they veg out and they, and that's fine. But the people who are in shape, they go home or they get off of work, they go straight to the gym, they go grocery shopping right away, they handle all their business that needs to be handled. The people that I know that aren't in shape, it's always like a chore to do something else.
Yeah. I think that also, this isn't to say that like you have to be in shape to be successful or be a trustworthy or be a good person or be a good dad or whatever. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying that the propaganda, as that one comment on there had posted, it is propaganda because we're not like, I don't think that we should be encouraging this type of body type or whatever.
No. And it's not to say either that a dad bod is unhealthy. It's just not hyper healthy.
Yeah.
It's not super healthy. Like a dad bod could mean that you just like have a little bit of visceral fat or whatever, like a little bit of fat on your body, and that's cool, whatever. But, I think that over time, especially as people get older, you're going to realize you have kids and stuff like, oh my God, I don't have any energy anymore. Like, what's that about? I don't have any energy and blah, blah, whatever. The whole point is women being attracted to dad bods. We don't really need to get into the energy stuff and, why you should be healthy for your kids, because I think that's pretty freaking obvious. I have a lot of friends that are out of shape that when they have kids or when they think about having kids, they're like, I need to figure this out. It doesn't always happen, but they think about it at least. Why is that the first thing that happens? Why is that the first thing you think about? I need to get in shape when you have a kid, because inherently that that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because that's what you should be doing. So anyway, another comment that was left was this girl said that she's connected with so many guys that had dad bod, and that, dad bods are usually, okay, let me rephrase this. She said that you can be attracted to people for more reasons than just their body. I think that's true.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of times your body and your looks are the first thing to get you through the door. I tell that to all of my friends when if they're single and they really want a relationship, your looks are the first thing that get you through the door. So if you're going to go on a date, dress nice, smell nice, whatever. But then she said that people can be attracted to you for more than just your body, which is totally true. Then she goes on to say, I've been attracted to a bunch of guys with dad bod, and I've connected with them at a deeper level than just, the physical or whatever. My question is, where are they? Mm-hmm. Where are those guys?
Yeah.
Right? Because if it's so true that you can be so attracted to the dad bod and you're so connected to them,
why aren't you with them?
Yeah, why aren't you with them? What happened? And I think innately, right, especially an attractive girl, I didn't look at her picture, but I'm assuming that she's semi-attractive if she's not with the guy with the dad bod. Mm-hmm. An attractive girl, you probably are going to be more attracted to an attractive guy. Mm-hmm. And that's probably going to be like the route that you're going to want to go, right? Some of the other comments that I saw were like, somebody was like, oh, it's so nice to see. Oh, so somebody else called her attractive. Never mind. She was like, this is so nice to see from somebody that's attractive. My husband can really eat. That's one of the reasons that I liked him in the first place and the reason why he liked me. Mm. So I wonder what's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Right?
That's
right?
an interesting reason to like each other.
It's crazy. And then when they say the biology thing or that it's like science that women would like guys with dad bods or whatever, it's like, I didn't look at the article or the study, but it just drives me nuts because there's legitimate research on what body types women are attracted to because of biology and because of genetics. And 9 times out of 10, it's the guy who's in shape. And why is that? Because they're protectors and providers. Mm-hmm. When we were cavemen and like way back in the day, like when you were actually being threatened to be killed and stuff, the guy who was in shape was more likely to be able to protect you.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest.
Right. No, literally. Right. Literally. And so to act as if that's not going to have an impact later on throughout the years and throughout centuries and genetics and stuff is totally crazy. You know, it's nuts. So anyway. Yeah.
I think this whole dad bod thing is just the male version of, you know, the self-love movement or whatever, where our country is promoting unhealthiness.
Yeah. And so that's the other portion to what I wanted to talk about is kind of the masculinity aspect of that, right? I believe truly that they are promoting dad bod again to further emasculate men. They don't want masculine men. And you can say who they are. You know, the powers that be don't want masculine men. That's why they're promoting dad bods. Because again, dudes with dad bods are way more agreeable. Mm-hmm. They're less likely to try and chase the bag. You know, they're less likely to be more aggressive in competitive spaces. And if you have a bunch of dudes who are fit, they're less agreeable, they're aggressive. Not aggressive to just like random people, you know, this toxic masculinity thing that people are talking about. A lot of the laws, regulations, things that happened after the cough never would have happened. Society that's weak, broke, and sick are way more likely to be complacent than a society that is doing well, thriving with money, that's not sick, and that is strong. Mm-hmm. And that is built on the foundation of strong men. It's not built off of anything else.
Yeah. I agree. That's how it's all propaganda.
Yeah, it is. It's propaganda. They want to make men less masculine. They want to make them feminine. And we can talk about who they is at a different time. We don't need to get into conspiracy theories, but there's a reason why you see propaganda over the dad bod and putting guys in dresses and making men look stupid on TV or movies. Putting purses on guys now is popular, and like all these weird jokes that dudes are supposed to be making because it shows that you're comfortable in your sexuality. Like it's just, there's so much propaganda to emasculate men, and it's working.
Yeah,
it's working. Now all you got to do is convince men that women like dad bods, and every guy wants vagina, so they're gonna follow suit. I think the tides are turning a little bit though.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I have hope. There's a whole community online, and I know we've talked about this community, and I don't like this community. You don't like that community. The red pill. But the thing that the red pill is like really good at is giving guys serious advice on how to get their life together. Like the dudes who do have dad bod and are broke and are sad and lonely and stuff like that. The thing that the red pill does tell them to do is like the first thing you need to do is get in shape. The second thing you need to do is figure out how to make a 6-figure income. And when you make 6 figures, you need to have 6 months of your salary saved up in the bank just to sit on and chill. So they give some good advice, but there's a lot of really poor advice that they give.
Yeah, the women advice, I think.
The women advice.
Maybe the man advice about that kind of stuff is good, but
that stuff is good.
The women advice is awful.
Yeah, the woman advice is awful. The dating advice is awful. The how many women you should sleep with advice is awful. They say 50 women. First off, if you want to sleep with 50 women, that's going to prevent you from making that kind of money in the first place. If you're focusing on women that much, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways.
This is about the dad bod.
This is about the dad bod, not the red pill.
Yeah, I think
Is there anything else that we can touch on?
no,
The red pill?
I think that's
Or the red pill, dad bod.
I think that sums it up. And if anybody has any argument to suggest or say that that's true, you're welcome to try and change our minds, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Leave it in the comment section below. If you disagree with us, tell us why. I can't see any logical argument that's not based on emotion or personal preference. Like, and this isn't to say that some girls don't genuinely like dad bod. Of course, everybody has kinks, everybody has fetishes, everybody has preferences to what they like, right? Someone's gonna like the dad bod. Someone is just
fine.
I just was listening to a podcast where this dude's kink was getting his nails or his dick and balls nailed to the wall. Somebody's gonna like dad
fine.
bod.
And there's gonna be a lot of arguments. Well, my husband has a dad bod and I love him very much. And like, that's fine. That's not what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're not saying that. We're saying that if you could choose for him to be in shape or not be in shape, would you prefer that he not be in shape and be at risk for heart disease, diabetes? He's not going to protect your family. He's not, he's not
going to die early.
Would you rather have those things than have him be in shape?
And I think the other thing is too, is that it's, you can fall in love. What happens typically with people is they fall in love, they get in relationships, and then they get complacent. And that's what leads to the overweightness. That's what leads to the laziness and the complacency. And especially with men, this is rampant with men in relationships, is they get in a relationship and they get complacent and they get lazy. And then they wonder why their woman doesn't want to have sex with them. They wonder why the woman isn't emotionally connected to them. They wonder why so many different things, why she doesn't listen, why she's not filling her role. It's because you became lazy. You became complacent. You stopped providing the same way. You stopped being as motivated. So she's not in love with the same guy. And so anyways, what happens there is you can still love that person, even though they've gotten a dad bod or, become overweight or whatever. That's cool. That's not what we're saying though. You can be in love with them, but I swear to God, you are not going to have a problem when you see a washboard six pack and you get to lick it before you go to bed.
Sweet.
Right though? Like, for real. If most women, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Most women don't get like way out of shape in relationships. Like gain a little bit more weight, but they don't get like extremely overweight. That always happens to the guy.
Yeah.
And the guys are the ones that you always hear like, oh dude, I don't get laid anymore. I don't get, like, my wife doesn't want to have sex with me. She won't even touch me. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't touch you either if I was her.
Yeah.
Right? And so women don't really get that out of shape. It always happens to the guy. And so I forget where I was going with that. Women don't really get super out of shape. It always happens to the guy. And if you decided to get back in shape as a dude, I promise you a lot of your relationship problems would probably go away, because not only are you getting in shape, she's attracted to you again, but like you're probably motivated in a bunch of areas of life. You have a lot more energy, so you feel like you can go chasing things that you used to want to chase. Right?
Agree. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Like, subscribe. That's it. Peace out. Goodbye.